Every few years, Marvel quietly does something to the Hulk that nobody really talks about. They make him smaller. They make him softer. They give him a personality, a job, a therapist's vocabulary. And every time it happens, a small corner of the internet asks the same question. Why does the strongest Avenger keep getting weaker? Let's actually track it, movie by movie, starting from the version most people forget even counts. 2003, Ang Lee's Hulk, Eric Bana as Bruce Banner. This Hulk isn't a fixed size. He starts around 9 feet tall, and the angrier he gets, the bigger he grows. There's no ceiling shown on screen. He leaps across entire deserts in single bounds, shrugs off tank shells, and fights the actual United States military to a standstill without ever looking like he's trying hard. This version was built as an unstoppable force of nature, scaling up in real time with his own anger. Whether you liked the movie or not, this Hulk was terrifying specifically because nobody could tell you where his limit was. 2008. The Incredible Hulk, Edward Norton. Marvel resets the character, but keeps him massive and dangerous, consistently around 8 to 9 feet, brawling with the Abomination through the streets of Harlem in a fight that levels city blocks. Still monstrous, still built like a natural disaster with a heartbeat. But notice what already changed. He has a fixed height now. The rage scaling from 2003 is gone. That's nerf number 1, and almost nobody clocked it at the time. 2012. The Avengers. This is peak MCU Hulk, and most fans agree on that. He ragdolls Loki, a literal god, with one hand, without even looking at him. He solos 2 separate Chitauri Leviathans, giant alien space whales, in 2 hits each. He punches Thor clean out of frame in the middle of a sentence. This is the last time the character is allowed to feel like an actual apex threat with no visible limit. After that, watch what happens. Age of Ultron gives us the Hulkbuster fight, where an entire city block gets wrecked just to bring Hulk down, which sounds impressive until you realize the whole point of the scene is proving Tony Stark built a suit specifically capable of matching him. Thor. Ragnarok reintroduces him as Planet Hulk, a gladiator with a personality, cracking jokes, losing an actual fight to Thor on purpose for the plot to work. He's still strong here, but he's also for the first time allowed to lose on screen without the movie treating it as an anomaly. Then Infinity War happens, and this is where the internet's favorite complaint really kicks in. Hulk gets beaten by Thanos in the opening minutes, and spends almost the entire rest of the movie physically refusing to come back out because Banner is scared of him. The strongest Avenger spends an entire film hiding inside a scared scientist. That's not a subtle nerf. That's the character's core identity being rewritten on screen. Endgame tries to fix this by fusing Bruce and Hulk together into Professor Hulk, big, green, genuinely brilliant, capable of holding up a collapsing building with one arm and surviving the snap of an infinity gauntlet that's actively cooking his arm alive. Impressive numbers, sure. But notice the vibe shift. He's calm now. He gives interviews. He takes selfies with kids. The rage that made 2003 Hulk and Avengers Hulk genuinely frightening has been intentionally, permanently dialed down in the name of making him easier to write dialogue for. And that's really the answer to why this keeps happening. A version of the Hulk that scales infinitely with rage, like 2003, or one that no-sells gods. And space whales, like 2012, is basically impossible to write real tension around. If Hulk can beat almost anyone in the room at full power, writers either have to keep him off-screen, find contrived reasons to weaken him, or give him so much personality and restraint that the raw threat stops being the point of the character. Marvel picked Door 3, which brings us to right now. Spider-Man, brand new day, releasing this year, finally lets Savage Hulk back out. No more calm Professor, no more measured Bruce doing press junkets. The trailers show him fighting Peter Parker directly, and by most early looks, he reads as leaner and more human-scaled than the towering rage-scaling monster from 2003, but noticeably more feral and dangerous than the Hulk we'd gotten used to in Endgame. It's not a full reset to the original terrifying scale, but it's clearly Marvel walking the character back toward danger after over a decade of making him safer. So here's the actual question worth asking. Was the 2003 rage-scaling Hulk simply too powerful for the MCU to ever responsibly use? Or did over a decade of screenwriters just find it easier to keep nerfing him instead of writing around his full strength? Let me know which era you think was the real, unnerfed Hulk and drop it in the comments below